massive artificial stadium of Hockenheim, the next round of the championship was in the rolling green countryside of Austria. In a quiet moment ahead of practice, Teddy Mayer of McLaren took the opportunity to look over the car that sooner or later his team would have to match, the Lotus 79. Ronnie Peterson couldn't resist strolling over to let Teddy know just how good it was. Alistair Caldwell was another McLaren man checking out the 79. But Ronnie was the one that got to drive it. Like all Grand Prix cars of the time, the Lotus was a snug fit for the driver. Making yourself comfortable in the cockpit was a job that needed outside assistance. All Grand Prix drivers need their hands to explain how their car is behaving. Patrick Tambay could do it with just one. Sitting quietly in the car waiting to go out, Mario Andretti would be thinking through the task in hand. An experienced and analytical driver, he provided exceptional feedback to his engineers. Jody Scheckter, Ronnie Peterson and Mario Andretti all sheltered from the Austrian rain under personalised umbrellas. If Patrick Depailler wanted one, he'd have to change his name to Elf Tyrrell City Corp. Sponsors' umbrellas were commonplace, but pens on a string were new and confusing technology. Jochen Mass had a Goodyear umbrella, while Reutemann's looked as though it had been stolen from a petrol station forecourt. When it cleared up, Patrick Tambay was in a good mood about going out to work. And so it seemed were all the other drivers, judging by the way they streamed out of the congested Österreichring pit lane and accelerated away up the hill. When practice was over, it was the usual story, with two Lotuses on the front row of the grid. This time, however, it was Peterson on pole by just 0.05 of a second. A surprising third was Jabouille in the Renault. The French car was getting better and better. Now it just needed reliability. The rain returned in earnest for race day, and until grid time arrived, cars and crews huddled under the little shelter the pit awnings provided. It looked as though the rain would stop, and everyone started on slick tyres. Andretti was the first to regret the decision. He went off on the first lap. Peterson was masterful on dry tyres, matching engine power to grip and achieving the perfect balance. But everyone was driving on tippy toes. Listen to the engine notes to see how carefully they're taking it. After 7 laps, when the rain became even heavier, the decision was taken to stop the race. Despite the fact that the sun was breaking through for the restart, everyone started on wet tyres. Peterson took an immediate lead, but after 11 laps, he came in for slicks. He came out of the pits 5th, and within 10 laps, he was in first place once more, holding a commanding lead over first Villeneuve and then Depailler. The Frenchman passed the young Ferrari driver after 21 laps of the 47-lap second leg of the race. It had been a chaotic event in many respects, but in the end, the sun shone on Peterson's second win for Lotus in the Austrian Grand Prix. This result closed the gap between Peterson and Andretti in the championship, but there were team orders in force, and the American held the advantage. From a historical point of view, this race was important because it was Gilles Villeneuve's first podium finish.